Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious number 12, recorded on, what is this, Wednesday, March 2nd, 2016 at approximately 6:17 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am one of your hosts this evening. I am Larry, aka Bluemanrule. Before I get on to introducing my co-host, I want to say happy birthday to my brother. He turns 40 today. With that, I want to go ahead and introduce my main Damon, my dude, and it's Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, man?
Fresh off of my trip to Baltimore, man.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore, but I was only there for a day or so. I went for my daughter's birthday. So.
Oh, okay.
She turned 8 on Sunday. So.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So no, it's cool. I was listening to your show when you had the anniversary show with Sherry and Jay Bird on, and I didn't know Pooh Bear's real name until Sherry said it, so that kind of threw me off.
Oh yeah, Pooh Bear's named after my mother and my grandmother were both named Joyce.
Okay.
But I gave her the name and I never use it.
You call her Pooh Bear. That's the only reason I know.
I went. Where did I go? I went somewhere, and I had to call her Joyce, and I went, and she went, "You never call me Joyce."
Right now, if she pick up on it, you know it's serious. So
yeah, she knows, but she basically she knows. She was just, and she messes with me sometimes. She was just like, "My name is Joyce," and I'm like, "I know because I gave you the name." But I was like, it's one of those things. Like, you always gonna be my Pooh Bear,
right?
Like,
exactly.
That ain't never gonna change. I don't care. I don't care how old you are. You still my big old little baby.
Right. Exactly, man.
My only child.
Exactly, man. So no, it's cool, man. Congratulations on that. That's exciting times. On Valentine's Day, my youngest son turned 9. So we're right in that same area. We're right in that same ballpark. So I completely understand how cool that is.
And speaking of that show that you were talking about, man, I had a whole bunch of people send me messages like, "Yo, Casual Conversation coming back." I was like, you kind of gotta be like PC about it, and like Sherry and I have talked about it, right? Let's just be honest. Sherry and I, we speak quite often. Sometimes, most of the time we talk about Pooh Bear stuff, but we, given everything that happened between us, like we were still, we've been friends since we were 15. So
right.
And we're both 36 now, so we've been friends for a very long time.
Right.
So we talk, and we talk about like dumb stuff all the time. Like she'll send me like a movie quote, and it'll be like a movie that we enjoyed when we were younger and stuff like that. So we talked all the time, and we were both like, "Man, that was fun. I wish we could do this more." But our significant others would kill us.
Right. Exactly.
So, it's just one of those things. I would, the two of us. We would love to do the show, and just putting it out there. We would love to do the show.
That's cool.
I would get stabbed.
Yeah. You gotta sleep in peace. You gotta sleep peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that, like, recently, my girlfriend has moved in.
Oh yeah, that's probably bad.
So I would straight up get stabbed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, at least you're acknowledging the limitations now. Get them out the way. Before we move on, I like your shirt. Why don't you show people your shirt?
Oh, my shirt. It says, I bought it to troll somebody. It's a new shirt. I bought it last week, and I really bought it to troll somebody. Actually,
That's funny. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I like that shirt. I'm gonna have to talk to Facetious.
And for anyone, if this ever gets made into an audio version of the show, it says consistently awesome behavior.
Yeah, it sure does. Now I'll say this. Now I actually watched a little bit of the last show, and when Will chimed in last show and said that people couldn't see the video, I wanted to go back and see what YouTube actually picked up, even though I was using a YouTube add-in in Google Hangouts in it. And so the whole time we were playing everything from Bishop Eddie Long. Nothing. There was no audio, no video, no anything. It was just us. It was just us. You could see us listening to it, so they couldn't hear it. So on the audio versions, I'm going to go back and drop in the audio that we listened to. So don't worry about that. That'll happen. I'll try to get that done at some point, probably next week, because it's going to take a lot of time to line it up perfectly. But I will get it lined up so everyone can hear exactly what we heard. So I apologize for that.
That nonsense.
Right, exactly. And so the way I'm gonna try to do it, at the times that they're talking, I'm actually going to, instead of showing us in the video, I'm going to replace our video with the video from the actual.
So you're not just going to hack the audio, you're going to do the video too?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole thing because it's actually easier because the video and audio are in there's just like one block. It actually take more work to go in and split them and then put it in. So whatever.
Okay.
So. Yeah. So I'm gonna do it like that. So I apologize for everyone listening. Thanks for everyone who did listen and watch last week. It was fun to do. It's always fun to do.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do this with an audience. I wish I could actually see who was here and what they were saying and all of that stuff. But it was cool. It was cool that those of you who show up. That's amazing, and thank you very much for doing so.
Right, for sure. Yeah, we definitely appreciate that, and. I'm not sure how to get the chat to play, and this might be the last time I actually try to use this thing. I want to try to use something else that's more, maybe something like Twitch, something that's a little bit more interactive. But we'll see. I'm just going to see. I'm going to do my research on the tech and make it happen. But in the meantime, man, yesterday was the primary, right? It was a super primary, and so everyone was figuring out who they were going to vote for, right? And I just happened to pull up the Windows 10 Twitter app. The Windows 10 Twitter's app, and I think just any legit Twitter app made by the company Twitter has like this moments thread, right? So you could go through here and look, and every day they pull up memes, they pull up funny internet moments that are happening on Twitter. And they showed this picture of Chris Christie, and he was introducing Trump, and then Trump was up there winning 5 states and giving a speech about the states and things that he won. And just looking at Chris Christie's face, he looks like that coach. You remember when that coach that went to Arkansas, and the second he did the Sui pig call, you could see it on his face. When he accepted the job, thinking, all right, this is gonna be a good job, but he didn't realize the culture surrounding that team and their fans, and then like the whole thing was that when you watch the whole video, it's like they do it, and he's just like, all right, that's cool. They were like, no, we gonna do it. How many more times? Woo! Like it was like. he just thought it would be like, like it would be like one time and like, all right, all right, cool. No player. It was. He was like, what did I get myself into? Like the look on his face when he realized that was gonna happen more than once that day. Like, no. Oh, so I'm gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn all this today. It's too hilarious. So Chris Christie has this face of just awe and complete befuddlement. I mean, it is the funniest looking thing. And there were just tons of memes out there. Like the first one started off was just like he's up there looking at the camera deadpan and it just says screams internally. And it's just like they keep captioning all these different things. And it is pretty hilarious. So I will include the link to that for everyone in the show notes. Please go check it out. It is way too funny to miss out on. Like it is. I actually voted Republican. Did you really? Yes, because there's a whole bunch of like famous people and stuff like that. Like famous Republicans like Charles Barkley and like Stephen A. Smith and stuff like that. And they all say like Black people should all vote Republican at least once. So I did because I wanted to vote against Trump. Okay. He still won. But Rubio did pretty well. Like I think Trump got 35 and Rubio got 31 of the vote of the Republican vote here. So who do you think is gonna who's VPing up? They hadn't determined that yet. No, they ain't determined that yet. But we know it's Trump and Hill. Like that's Trump versus Hillary. And see, here's the problem. If you know anything about these people, they homies for real. think so?
And prior to this, prior to like being a part of this election, Trump donated the most money to Hillary. Prior to now, like,
that's true.
They homies. And then Trump tried to play it up in one of the debates about Hillary coming to his wedding, and he's just like, no, I paid her all that money. She better come to my wedding. He tried to play that up, but like, no, they homies. Like, we've seen pictures of, you know, the Clintons and the Trumps together, and like, you know, in with Trump and Hillary standing right next to each other, all chummy. So we know that these two people, they don't really dislike each other.
Right. It's just so much rhetoric. Like, honestly, man, I haven't had the nerve to sit down and watch a debate, because you know me, man. Like, if you're gonna watch a debate, and it has to be like actually follow the rules of debate and have some type of decorum.
I watched the first one. I watched the first one for the comedy. Like, I'm not. When the votes count, I'm not voting for none of these people.
Exactly.
And also part of the reason why I voted Republican, because like between Hillary and Bernie, they both have pluses and minuses, but whoever gets the nomination, I ain't really tripping there. Like, it matters to me. It matters to me if Trump gets it. You know what I mean? Like, so let me go ahead and switch sides, vote on this Republican jank, because it doesn't matter. I mean, because let's be honest, Bernie can't beat Hillary. He can't. Like, he might beat her in some areas, but overall, he can't beat her. You
don't think so?
He's too good at this. She's way too good at this.
I mean,
and like sometimes some of his ideas to the layman makes him seem like he's a crackpot. So like at the end of the day, like, it's proven, like, what the way Trump is winning right now, it's obvious. Like, you know, it's the popular vote, and Trump is the most popular because everything has been centered around Trump when it comes to the Republican side, and everything is centered around, like, we don't really like Hillary, but we think he crazy, so
right. Lesser of two evils, right?
Yeah. No, it's not even two. Well, for people who are Democrats, like, it's not really the lesser of two evils. You know, Republicans see Hillary as like evil. You know what I mean? She's not even a lesser of two. But I think so. It's just one of those things. I had a back and forth with my coworker today on Facebook, because my coworker is a Republican, but he's a Ron Paul Republican. He reps for them like that. So he, you know, I put on my thing that I voted Republican. I didn't say who I voted for, but I said I voted Republican. And then my cousin came in and was just like, man, what are you doing? I'm like, no, I voted against Trump. I didn't vote for any of these people because, like, this doesn't really count. Like, you know, it doesn't really count when the election happens. Then, of course, I'm not doing that. But I made it a point to be like, no, player, I'm going to use my vote. I'm gonna use my vote to say I'm not with this guy.
But see now,
but hold on, wait. So then my coworker, who's a staunch Republican, and he is like really Republican, and he thinks Democrats are evil and all this other stuff, and he goes back to this nonsense about how the Democrats are like the bane of Black people's existence and all of this other stuff, and then he uses these quotes, right? He uses these quotes from like Lyndon Johnson, and then he always goes back to this. There's this video of Malcolm X saying that if you vote Democrat, you're a chump, and he keeps bringing this up and talking about how Martin Luther King was a Republican and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, but you know, these people are old and they're dead. Like, they have no idea what my life is like now. And also, if you believe that should sway me, then that tells me everything I need to know about how you feel about black people. Because if your default is to say, well, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, that means you believe that that black people are a monolith and we should always follow our leaders. But those leaders got killed. So
but even further, and
then the fact that you believe that black people need a leader in the first place. No, I'm my own man.
Right. And further, like, I think it also goes to the fact that your cousin may not have known or may not be aware that the party's stances and where they've stood over time have shifted since the Republican Party was actually all in for African Americans. Like, what they stand for, their beliefs, like the Tea Party, all this other stuff, like, it is completely different from what it was 200 years ago. So to be honest with you, that stuff, like, to sit up here and say, yes, you should care about it this way, it's not relevant, because the parties nowadays, their ideals are so vastly different from when they were established.
They're vastly different, but the main thing between the parties is real simple. Mm-hmm. One believes that the federal government should help the people. The other believes that the states should keep their own rights and be able to determine the stuff for themselves. Until something happens.
Until something happens. Until it affects me. Until it affects me.
It really is. Like, the Republicans are way against giving federal aid to, Katrina, but let Sandy happen and it affects New Jersey. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like when right. And effectively, like, it's all the same. Like, Knox sent that video of the guy, like, explaining how it's really all the same. It's just how they package it when they tell you but like Republicans, Democrats, it's really all the same. Once you actually get into office and start getting things done, politics is politics, and it's not going to change, because it doesn't change with the president. Because the president is only there for a short amount of time. Congress, there's members of Congress that have been there for 40 years, 30 years. Like, they are the people who really, like, keep this thing moving, and they aren't changing every 4 years.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They have different term limits. It staggers, and then there are so many of them. And then
Congress doesn't have power. Congress doesn't have any.
Oh, they don't have term limits at all?
Congress does not have term limits at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
that's the reason why.
One dude was there for like 35 years.
Yeah, that's the reason why they can do their thing for 20 and 30 years.
Yeah. All right. So that's what's good. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to tell everybody, look at that. It's that time of the year. It's that time of once every 4 years, right?
It's what's gonna be the worst.
What's that?
Once the elections are set in stone. You know how it's going to affect me the most?
How's that?
All those stupid YouTube videos, the YouTube ads where, it's going to be one or the other. Like, I don't care. I just want to watch my video, dog. Like, oh man. And let's talk about how YouTube, well, first of all, there's a big thing with YouTubers and like Fair Use Act and all of that other stuff. Like, you can find that anywhere, because a lot of the big YouTubers are talking about how their videos are getting flagged for stuff, and they're just like, well, what happened to fair use? So there's that. But also, YouTube came out with YouTube Red, where they want you to pay a subscription and you don't get any ads and stuff like that. So YouTube tried to be dirty, and they started putting ads in the middle of your videos.
Yeah, man, I noticed that today. I was watching the video. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, YouTube, they think they slick by making it more inconvenient for you by putting an ad in the middle. That's not gonna make me pay $12 a month for your service. It's too expensive.
Dude, Hulu ads now are 90 seconds. 90 seconds. They used to be 60. At one point, they were 30. They're 90 seconds now. Come on, man. Yeah. We're not doofuses. Come on, man.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna look up. Hold on.
You go look it up. What you gonna look up now?
I want to look up. I want to look up the price of YouTube Red, because the problem with YouTube Red is the cost. It is. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube. Like, yeah, it's $10.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of YouTube, a whole lot of YouTube. In fact, I watch YouTube more than I watch Netflix at this point. But like, if you think I'm gonna pay more for YouTube than I do for Netflix, you out your mind. The same thing with Hulu. Like Hulu, they want you to pay for the one without the ads, and it's like $12. And I'm like, I said $12 before because I was mixing the two up. But I think Hulu, it's like $12. But I'm like, yo, for that $12, which I'm paying more than Netflix, can I get the other episodes of the seasons of the stuff that I want to watch back? Like if I certain shows, like I started getting into The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow and stuff like that. Well, I'm behind the season on Arrow, but I can't watch Arrow because where it is right now, it starts at episode 7 because they only keep 5.
Yeah, that's true, man. And I'm just like, okay, why am I paying for Plus? Because this used to be the deal, right? Hulu used to give you just regular Hulu for free. Used to give you 5 episodes, right? Plus used to give you the entire season, period. And for some reason, they've gone through and changed it, and they're constantly working it to try to squeeze more money out. And Hulu, you gotta understand, like, you have more people going if they know exactly what they're gonna get. If it's a consistent expectation for every single show, then people can know what they can rely on, because people who have you more than likely have eliminated their cable subscription.
Yeah, I would pay the $12 if I had the current shows like they do, and they just gave me they just left the shows there. If they just left the shows there, I would be perfectly fine. If I pay you, if you know, I'm not the Hulu that I'm watching right now ain't mine, but if you gave me like if I could access all of Arrow right now, and it just kept like a running tally of when the episodes come up is up there and it just stays there, I would be perfectly fine with paying you $12 a month. Because with the current shows and when they come out, they're available on Hulu. I'll be perfectly fine with that. But if you're only saying we just gonna get rid of the commercials, you shouldn't be charging me commercials in the first place.
No, you shouldn't.
Why am I paying you and still getting commercials? That's the reason why. That's the reason why I don't pay for cable.
Right.
And then the cable company think they slick. They tell us we're going all digital, so you got to have this little mini box in order to watch regular cable on your TVs now.
And you know, I have a digital HD TV tuner, so that's what I've been using for a long time. And so, what is the little digital box? Is it just
all your TVs? Well, I have Cox, so all of your TVs that is just plugged the coax cable into the TV. That ain't gonna work after a certain day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they said they're changing something up with the signal, and you're gonna need this box. Well, my cable has always just kind of worked. I don't pay for the cable.
Right.
I only pay for the internet, and my cables just always just kind of work. So it's not really a huge inconvenience for me. Like I'm gonna miss out on. I'm gonna have to find like streams and stuff for like the Super Bowl and stuff like that. But I don't watch much TV, so I'm okay with that. But like just them doing this, they're just trying to get some money up out me.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much the whole name of the game, is it not, Scar? I mean, yeah, about them ducats, man.
They're about them ducats. You know, for me, except for this internet. And you know, my girl being here now, I might have to bump my internet up a little bit,
just a tad, yeah,
just a little bit. You know, because it's 2 of us on a more consistent basis now, and with our many devices, you know, consoles, phones. I mean, I have 2 phones myself, tablets, laptops. You know, like all of this stuff requires this, so I may have to bump it up a little bit. But like, I understand this is a cash grab, and I understand that I don't, in my area, I don't have a choice. It's Cox or nothing.
Yeah.
Because I don't have, there's no Fios in my area. So
one thing I'm excited about is that we're talking about getting Google Fiber here in Oklahoma City. It's a test market where we're getting ready to try to get it. And man, if I could get it out here ran to my neighborhood, they're
supposed to be doing Google Fiber somewhere in North Carolina. I think I can't remember where in North Carolina, but I'm like, if it wasn't, look, there's a current job offer through my job right now to move to North Carolina, to move to like Fayetteville or something like that, and I'm like, can I get that Google? Like I have to balance with wanting to get that Google with being further away from my daughter. That's the only problem that I have, right? That's the only problem that I have with going, Yeah, I'm talking about, yo, can I get that Google though?
Can I get that Google though? For real. Hey man. Hey look. What is it? A gigabyte up and down? No, or is it more than that? More than that?
Bruh, even if it's just that, bruh.
It's just like it's ridiculous, man. So just the speed, no caps, nothing. You just killing it, man. It's like $100 a month. You get TV, you get some cable through that as well. So it's like both of them, man. It's like it's number one. It's number one. Now Scar. Now Will asked us, do we monitor the chat? And I don't know how to monitor the chat when I'm doing this thing. Because I can only see a chat between us. I can't see. Right. I don't see it either. So there it is. Here he is. I can see it now. So you got to go in and pull it back up. Will says he loves ad-free Hulu. He said although he keeps up to date on his shows, he might slip a week, but he never ever lets his slips longer than that. So he's never more than just like one episode behind.
Yeah, see, I don't watch much TV, and that's my problem. I don't watch much TV at all. Okay. So, well, I do though. That's the thing I do. Like Blind Spot came back this week, own it. Gotham came back this week, own it. Getting caught up with Sleepy Hollow, own it. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up with Agent Carter. I've been watching Second Chance like consistently. Like
I'm gonna get on it because you've been talking about it. Someone else was talking about it too,
bruh.
So yeah,
you ain't got the first episode no more, dog.
Oh, I'll get the first episode.
I'm you went straight training day. First I'm gonna get that gun, and then I'm gonna get that money. Like
hey, things gotta happen, man. I gotta start off on the right foot. So
you went straight training day, man. I see you.
I had to do what I had to do on that, man. But other folks have to do what they have to do too, Scar, and namely those folks being Naughty Dog and BioWare, because today both games were delayed again. So Uncharted 4 initially was supposed to come out in December, like holiday of 2015, was delayed until March, then delayed until April, and now it's delayed until May. Now those are pretty much nominal delays, right? When you look at from December all the way till May, that's a 6-month total delay, right? That's perfectly fine. Mass Effect Andromeda, on the other hand, which I've been saying for people for a year, literally a year. I'm like, it's a 2017 game. It's a 2017 game. They kept saying 2016. People were like, rumors that it's coming out and it's going to be this. No, it was delayed until the first quarter of 2017 via a EA executive giving a presentation to investors this week. So both those games have been delayed. Scar, why don't you tell your boy how you feel about it? Tell your boy how you feel about it.
When it comes to Mass Effect, I'm more willing to let Mass Effect ride because they never told us an actual date.
Right. But now, and I agree, but the big departures of like the lead writers and all of those people that have been leaving here lately, bruh, does that combine with the delay? Does that work?
You know me. I'm a Mass Effect dude. Right. I've had a problem with this whole thing since the doctors left and since Casey Hudson left. Mm-hmm. So like these people I've never heard of leaving, but like. It doesn't matter, like, especially because the lead writer left, but like probably all of the main bits of the writing is done. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is like the main people who were responsible for making this thing that I love were already gone.
Yeah.
So I was apprehensive about that from the beginning. So this, I'm not worried about at all. I'm not worried about it all. And also, when they said when it was coming out, they said holiday this year, or their fiscal blah blah blah, and that includes the first quarter.
Fiscal Q4.
Yeah, so that includes the first quarter. So that doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is Uncharted was supposed to come out last year.
Yep.
It was supposed to come out, and like it keeps being delayed. And also, like I posted months ago during the last delay, I was like, yo, this keeps being delayed. And when you got a console like the PS4 that doesn't seem to have a whole lot of content outside of these little mini piece of crap games. I'm not calling them piece of crap games. I'm not calling them piece of crap games. I don't play these little games. Like that's not what I'm here for. That's not why I bought this thing. I'm not here for this.
That AAA experience.
Every single time, this is what keeps happening with me in the PS4. Every single time the new hotness is getting ready to come out, the closer and closer it gets to it coming out, the less and less excited that I am. I didn't even touch the order, because the more I saw the order, the worse it felt to me. And then I didn't even touch Drive Club because they couldn't even get the free version right. And by the time they got it right, they're like, we're gonna have to lower our expectations here. Like, I was just like, you know what? You can keep it. Like, I swear, my PlayStation is getting ready to get some use because I got a game in from GameFly. I got Blood Bowl in for GameFly. Other than that, other than the occasional 2K, I barely touch this thing except for Netflix and Hulu. The main reason why I use this thing right now is Hulu, because my cousin signed on his account on my PlayStation. So it ain't signed in nowhere else. So I like I said, after I bought my Alienware Alpha, I looked at my PlayStation like, why do I own you? And I don't feel like I have a whole lot to say, like, this is why. I don't feel like I have a reason to say this is why I have a PlayStation, because the games that I want to play, and I said that from the very beginning. From the very beginning, during the E3 when they were both really unveiled and talked about, and I always said that, PlayStation has games I would like to play. Xbox has games I would like to own. I love Uncharted, but Uncharted is a very a one use. Like, do you really want to play Uncharted more than once?
Nope.
Like, it's a popcorn movie. It's like, hey, I went here, I enjoyed this, never have to see it again. Like, and I own at least 2 Uncharted games. One of them I got with a controller bundle. So I got one with a controller bundle. I didn't have a DualShock. I had a 6-axis. It was a DualShock with Uncharted 1. That thing. And I own Uncharted 2 because Uncharted 2 is one of the best games of last generation. Period. Like, there is no discussion there. It's one of the best games of last. I say it's top 3 for me, last generation. But even with that, I think that game is top 3 for last generation. I played it once and I loved it. I tried to play it again and I was just like, why am I doing this? And I own the game. I own the game. And 3 is just stupid. So don't even worry about 3. Uncharted 3 is the Godfather 3 of Uncharted. Like, seriously.
It'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Sully, let's go. So
that was a terrible accent.
It's all good. I only saw the movie once, so got to give your boy some credit at least.
I actually own a box set of The Godfather, and I don't think I've seen The Godfather 3 before I owned that box set. I've never watched The Godfather 3 that's in that set. Oh, really?
Really? So it's just sitting out there, huh?
Yeah. Well, actually, all of my DVDs are packed away. I just stopped caring about discs. Like, Netflix is Netflix, and when I had Amazon Prime, it was Netflix and Amazon and all these other digital stuff, because you know, I'm the complete opposite with games. With games, I really would love to have my disc. But with DVDs and stuff like that, like no, I'm all right.
I don't know. It's just a little strange. To me, I'm kind of moving away from both of them. I'm actually valuing my Voodoo collection more than most things because then I can stream that, right? It's still mine, but I can stream it anytime I want to. But
yeah, but that means you got to buy stuff, and I don't want to buy this crap.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna buy the disc,
I definitely don't want to buy Blu-rays. Like that just seems like a complete waste of money to me.
Yet you'd want to buy games and they're on Blu-ray discs, so
they on Blu-ray discs because Microsoft is stupid. Like it would have been much better if we would have kept the HD DVD format around for games because it read faster and it would probably install faster, or because it read faster, we would not have to install the whole freaking game, even though I have a disc. And that's what I'm going through right now. I've been installing Black Ops 3 for damn near 12 hours. Like off and on.
So let me ask. So you have Cox, I have Cox. I get 50 down. I pay for the 50 down 5-up package. What do you get?
I can't even remember. I can't even remember. I think it's the same. I think I'm paying for basically the same.
Okay.
The Blu-ray quality is better than. We'll just say I pulled up the chat through the web. And he said Blu-ray quality is still better than any streaming, but I'm not a graphics whore.
That's true. Yeah.
I've never been a graphics whore. I don't really care. Like some of my favorite things are not that beautiful to look at. I love Borderlands. It's not that great to look at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the Borderlands is one of my go-to games. It's not that great to look at. I don't need 4K and all of that other dumb stuff. Like I think it's 4K is just a reason to sell you all of this stuff over again.
Yeah, I agree. The upscaling, I'm fine with them upscaling it to 4K. Like if I get a 4K TV, I'm fine with that. Upscale away, baby.
And like the fact that most people cannot visibly tell the difference between 720 and 1080.
Right.
They said, like, people, gamers go on this dumb stuff about resolution and stuff like that, but most people can't tell the difference. The majority of people can't tell the difference between 720 and 1080. Why do I care about 4K?
Exactly. Well, 4K is between 720 and 4K, pretty clear difference.
I don't think a better picture is going to change my experience at all.
It's a valid point. It might. For me, like, it would just help me get immersed a little more. Like, it would help that. I might get a stronger connection as a result of that, emotional tie or whatnot.
Yeah, Will said he likes buying the Blu-rays and getting the digital codes for free. That's the same thing you just said with the Voodoo stuff.
Exactly, man. And that's the same thing I do, Will. I do that. I have that on pretty much all of the Marvel movies that I own. I kind of have that. So, I'm running into this problem, right? I'm running into this problem. My girl hasn't seen very much at all. Like, she does not watch a whole lot of movies, a lot of TV shows and stuff like that. So I get to introduce her to everything. But when the Avengers 2 came out, it's just like, well, because I don't have all of this stuff, I didn't buy the Blu-rays. I don't have access to all of the Marvel movies leading up to this anymore. Right.
So, like, why would I? She got mad because I wanted to go see Avengers 2, and I'm just like, why do you want to go see the second movie of a movie you haven't seen?
Right.
Taking her to see Star Wars, different situation, because it's the new
kind of making a break.
It's the new piece of this, and you don't need to have a whole lot of backstory in order to understand 7.
Right, and even greater than that, Star Wars is so much of our cultural lexicon. Like you, Luke, I am your father. Everyone knows who said that. Everyone knows who that character is.
I don't think she does. That's the
what? Like,
I don't think she does. There's some times where I would have like I would say like a movie quote, and there's this look that she gives me, right? there's this look that she gives me where it's like, if I say something, if I use like, I'm a sesquipedalian. And sometimes I say big words just for the sake of saying big words.
Oh yeah, my wife hates it. Absolutely despises it.
Yeah. And then also I'll do movie quotes, or I'll say something in a song that she, because she's white, and she likes country, and she likes like country music and shit like that, and I'm just like, so she's into that type of stuff, and even though for some reason she loves Lil Boosie's music. Like I don't get it.
Lil Boosie?
Lil Boosie. She loves Lil Boosie. I don't get it. Like she has more Lil Boosie on her iPod than any human should. Like, and that's like, if you have more than 2 Lil Boosie songs on your iPod, I'm judging you. Sorry. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. You better believe it. The Lil Boosie song, but you better believe it. That's a dope song. But anyway, well, wait. If you got all of that Lil Boosie and you not from Louisiana, then I'm judging you. Because I know
who this cat is. So
yeah, okay. So, but yeah, okay. But and also Boosie got cancer too. So shout out to Lil Boosie. We hope you can
get through that. For sure. After
he got out of prison, like he was in prison, got out of prison, was out for a little bit, and now it's like, hey, I got cancer. Man, that's messed up. But so I get this thing where it's just like I'll say something or something like that, and I'll just get this look like I don't know that. And I'm just and then I have to explain, like I have to define the word that I just used unnecessarily, or I have to say, oh, that's from this song. You've never heard that before, like
right. Yeah, it's the cultural education is what you feel like you're doing, right? You feel like you're taking people to a sociology class. Okay, this is what this is referring to, which was also used for this, and so it could mean this or that.
Right. And I find it sometimes it can be a little frustrating because I'm in the middle of saying something, and then I have to stop, pause, and like define something, or like say okay, this reference came from here. That type of stuff. Like will you talk to your girl and you're trying not to be condescending?
Yeah.
Because she could be like, you're talking down to me, and I'm like,
no, I just responded. I've responded many times and said, no, I'm expressing faith in you that you know what that means, that I don't have to explain that to you. I'm not talking down to you. Right. So, it's funny, man. But yeah, I've just got to the point where when I speak with my wife, I just don't use big words anymore. And I think I'm a little bit dumber for it. So that's just how it is. So, but yeah, man.
Flex my chops here, lady.
Exactly.
No, woman. You say woman when you're trying.
No, you don't.
When you're trying to be condescending without trying to.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because you're working on a path to get stabbed if you call her woman. Like
I'm already close to getting stabbed anyway.
Man, that's crazy, man. All right, man. That's about all I had. What are your shout outs?
Man, shout out to all of the warriors out there. I am going to start using that as a constant reminder of the littlest warrior. I'm gonna call my peeps warriors now. Not because I care about the Golden State Warriors, which I hope they don't break this record. I hope somebody gets hurt. Like I hope Steph gets hurt.
Stop it.
Like tear them ankles up again. But yeah, because I mean, wherever he got them new ankles from, they are made of like magic. New ankles made of magic. But I'm gonna start trying to use that when especially doing these podcasts and stuff like that. I'm just saying, shout out to all of the warriors out there, the ones who will still continue to keep him in your hearts. Man, they share some pictures. It's because it's been a month.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't even press like on the picture. I just fell apart.
Did you really? Yeah. Every time he does it, like I'm really hoping, and I think that Jay and them are doing it. Is just hopefully, some therapy to kind of get them through it, right? Mm-hmm. To kind of face that fact, because thankfully I've never lost a child, man, and I've heard that losing that, it doesn't get easier. Just over time, it'll fade eventually, but or some, but the hurt will always be there. But I hope that this will help them kind of work through it. And I do appreciate him when he sends out those Mondays with Mason is what he sends out every Monday. So yeah, he sends that out every Monday. So keep sending them. That's all I'm gonna say, Jay. That's my guy. He showed up for the game night last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, that was fun. Even though I didn't play, I bought the game and didn't play.
You bought the game. You sit up in the parties like, nah, player.
I ended up playing. Look, just like with this whole Black Ops thing, when I'm just waiting for the thing to install, like I just kind of sat around and was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play some Madden. That happened in both cases. Like I ended up playing some Madden, and I'm working on my player character. I guess you just call it my player character.
Right.
I'm the quarterback for the Eagles, and it sucks so hard because they drop so many passes.
Yeah, they do. Kind of like real life, right? Now you want to tell people where you can find you? Or you want me to do this since I got the notes up?
Man, I'm Scarfinger. You can find me on Twitter. I'm Scarfinger. Google Plus, I'm Scarfinger Hoodrich. On Google Plus, also you can find me in the Dream Team community page. If you go to the Open Forum Radio community page and put something there, I check that. I get every single time Blue posts something over there. I get it. All y'all should be there too because Google Plus is the best place for your curated experience.
Absolutely.
But I don't understand why y'all don't use Google Plus. Like I see everybody on Facebook all day, every day, and it's like Facebook is becoming like Twitter, where the signal to noise ratio is so off. Mm-hmm. It's so off, and it's like, yo, on Google Plus, there's not much here, and you could curate your own experience, but no one wants to use it. So. And then also and I use Dream Team community page there. I'm still around on the Open Forum Radio community page. On Facebook, we got the GeeksGone Raw group page popping. So you can hit me up there and just find me. I'm out here, dog.
Sure. So, all right, man. And also, you guys, we're doing this via a YouTube scheduled event. So he's on YouTube at he's Scarfinger 36, the number 36 on YouTube, where he posts a lot of videos. Yeah. So
that would probably be another reference my girlfriend wouldn't get.
All right. All right, so for me, I do have a couple of shout outs. Look, just last night we recorded an Open Forum Radio episode 291. Elaine was back, which she is absolutely hilarious, and we had Marsha, Jack's Box chick from the Mommy Gamers, and man, we had a fantastic time. Had a fantastic show.
Was she vulgar this time? Because she was on a show recently. I can't remember what show. Was it
Unscripted?
Yeah, she was unscripted, and she wasn't as expressive there.
Right, exactly. She was very buttoned up in that show, and toward the end, she finally got a little loosened up and everything. And,
yeah, they were like, we want you to be yourself, and she's like, no.
Yeah, but she's cool. She's absolutely cool. She's a riot, and also. Let's see. We had her on. It was fun. It was great. Check that out. I want to give shout outs to the folks that I contacted today. Just catching up with them from PAX South. So it would be Atari Girl, and it would be Vanessa and Dominique from those. The name of the show is TF Nerds. It stands for Those Fucking Nerds. That's their actual business.
Oh, you cussed. Oh,
yes, sir. But that's them.
We need to make this a cussing show. I try to control my cussing, but we need to make this a cussing show.
I try to control mine, but that's the actual name of a business. So it's a proper noun. So it is it is allowed.
Those fucking nerds.
Matt props to them. They're gonna be appearing on another Open Forum radio show entitled My Peanut Gallery. Jason, aka Facetious, will have them on this week, and they.
I need to get a shirt. Holla at your boy. I need fat dude sizes.
Hey man, just let him know. He gonna hook it up. Let him know. And yeah, mad shout outs to them. We had a great time on OFR. And also shout outs to DCD, who was the MVP for real. He was the VIP of the party. So mad props to them. Mad thanks. And thanks to my boy Scar for always dropping in. Thanks to Will for jumping in the stream. I'm finally figuring out how to monitor the chat. So we're gonna make.
I had to just pull up the pull up the link, and then I made the Google Hangout smaller so I could see that on the side. Yep. So I think you gotta rock it for right now. That's just how I'm doing. That's how it's gonna go.
That's how we gonna do it.
Yes, make sure check out Scarcasm Live. That's the podcast. The Dream Team, and yeah, make sure you come back here.
For sure. Everybody, thanks so much for watching and for listening. We'll be back in your ear again next week. Same time, actually, probably going to be at 7 Eastern sharp. I got out of the house late to pick up my son. That's why we started a little late. So, everybody, thanks.
Yeah, we're going to be in your ear at 7 Eastern sharp. If it's a little bit late, then we might be getting in your rear.
You might. You might. I'm still going through
it. And for the ladies listening, hey, girl.
That is a line. She loves that. Hey, girl. That is her line, man. That is her line. At some point, we and last night on OFR, we talked about Chris Jones, the dude who was running the 40, and everything spilled out while he was running the 40. Literally. Right. So
yeah. I heard about that. I'm like, I ain't trying to see it, but like, because here's the problem with that whole thing, right?
Uh-huh.
If his junk fell out of his shorts while he was running the 40, that means if I see it, I'm gonna be mad because my junk ain't falling out my shorts if I'm running 40. I ain't trying to be out here meat peeping, but just knowing that his junk fell out of his shorts while running the 40, I'm gonna be like, man, this a bull. Like was like Bruce was saying, he has a thing where he said he was talking to his son, and his son was like, his son was hitting puberty. He was like, Daddy, don't you hate when you sitting down to pee and your thing falls in the water? And he's like, you almost fall in the water? Like that's how I would feel.
Right.
Like, that's how I would feel if just hearing you're like, you almost fell out your pants. That's some bull. All right, I'm just gonna go.
Just gonna be out. Oh man.
Like I can't handle.
That's too much, man. Oh, I love it. Oh, everybody, until next week, please don't run 40s like that. All right, y'all. Peace out.
What's the briefs?